G'day, Steel Nation. Today we are talking about TJ Watt. And will TJ Watt pass the all-time sack record of James Debo Harrison? G'day, guys. Welcome back to the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. I'm your host, Mark. And once again, we are talking about football. We are talking about Steelers football. And today we are talking about TJ Watt. Say what? He is one of the best up-and-coming Steelers that we've ever had, I think, in this franchise. We all know what he means to the team. He's an outside linebacker. He's bloody, what is he? The Defensive Player of the Year last year. He's done tremendous things over the 6 years with the Steelers, although he has not just yet won a playoff game. But I think this year can be the year for TJ Watt, and I think he's all in. But today, guys, we're talking about TJ Watt and his chance to break the all-time record. That is James Harrison. We'll go through the list. I've got 2 slides here with the top 20. I was like, I'll make a top 10 to try and figure out who's the sack leader. And the more I went down, I wanted to mention other players. So we'll get right into it. I want to show you guys, what TJ Watt has to face this year in 2022, how he's going to go and get the sacks. And I think he needs about 8 or 9 to break it. And when he does break it, in my opinion, he has to. This year in 2022, I think he'll get above 10 sacks, maybe 15, 16, like he did last year. He was on pace almost last year to get like 20, right? So if TJ Watt can go out there, he may pass this before week 10. We don't know, right? But here's the list. I think the first one is the top 20 I did. We'll start from the bottom up. So I'll be honest, I don't know some of these guys. I don't know. Maybe Keith Gary. If you guys can tell me in the comments, let me know who Keith Gary is. He's got 25 sacks with the Pittsburgh Steelers. We then have Jason Worlds, played 73 games, 25. Brett Kiesel, the Beard, got 30 sacks. One of my favorites, James Farrier, number 51. 30. Mike Merriweather, 31. Chad Brown, 31. These guys are before me, and I haven't looked into them too much. Clark Hagan's 107's 32. Stephon Tuitt, if he does come back, he might improve that number. 34.5 for a defensive lineman. Kevin Green, 35.5. One of my other favorites, Lawrence Timmers at 35.5 sacks. That's the first top 20. The next top 10 gets even more interesting. Here we go, Steelers. Bud Dupree played 81 games, got almost near 40 sacks. Aaron Smith, number 91, 44. Greg Lloyd, 53. Lamar Woodley, man, he was a great player too. Lamar Woodley back in the 2008 defense 2009 was awesome to watch. Keith Willis, 59. Joey Porter, Peasy, 60. Cameron Hayward still on the roster, 68. And TJ Watt sitting there at third, 72. Jason Gilden, 77. And James Harrison sitting at 80.5. Debo Harrison leads the franchise with 80.5. And here's the question now. TJ Watt, actually, no, it's not a question. Not really a question at all. It's really more of a statement. TJ Watt will pass James Harrison this year in 2022. As long as he's healthy, as long as TJ Watt is healthy, he should be able to get 8 sacks. Well, we need 9 to pass to get 81. 9 sacks this year at least in 2022, the upcoming season. And he will be number 1 on that list. So that's quite exciting. It's quite exciting as a Steelers fan. Quite exciting to see TJ Watt do some good things heading into his 6th year now. And also, I found this image too on Twitter, and I wanted to bring it up. TJ Watt, since entering the NFL in 2017, first in sacks. That's unbelievable, right? In 5 years, he is first in sacks with 72. He's first in quarterback hits with 150, so he almost gets there. He's first in forced fumbles, 22. And he's second in tackles for loss, number 80. This guy, in my opinion, right, and I think a lot of other Steelers fans would resonate with this. And if you agree with me, comment below, right? He changes the whole idea of this defense by having him out there on his own little island and taking on the offensive line and just creating that mess that needs to happen for the quarterback. You can scheme anything else around him, because you know how violent and vicious he is off the edge. And the stats prove that. First, overall in sacks in 72. And second in tackles for loss, 80 in the 5 years. So Also, TJ Watt was had a interview with Missy Matthews the other day, and it was quite good. Go check that on PittsburghSteelers.com on the YouTube. It's quite a good interview, and you can see how confident and relaxed now TJ Watt is becoming into a Steeler. He should be a Steeler for life. Maybe he'll get a second contract once his first one's done. Should be a Pittsburgh Steeler for life. But I did want to bring up a few quotes from TJ Watt because they're quite exciting. He's sitting here in May in the off season, and we're all starting to get pumped up for the season. All right, we have this is mate, this is a scary thought. This quote here is a very scary thought. Right, I feel like my best football is ahead of me. I'm excited for the season. Your best football is ahead of you. That's insane. You got defensive player of the year last year. I think you were half a sack away from breaking the season sack record, right? From Michael Strahan, I think has that one. Okay, I think you're half a sack away, and he should have got it. He should have got against Lamar Jackson, right? And he says here that I feel like my best football is ahead of me. So all that was behind him. Don't worry about that. Don't worry, that's nothing. I can do better. How good is that for a player like TJ Watt, number 90, to say, yeah, my best football is right in front of me. I feel comfortable. I feel comfortable in my stance now. I feel comfortable in the locker room. I feel good around the fellas, around the black and gold. I feel good in the community, in the Steelers community. I feel good as a Pittsburgh Steeler, and my best football is in front of me. He's right in front, and I'm excited for the season. That is something that I think a lot of NFL fans, AFC North rival fans don't see with our Steelers. They don't understand that the Pittsburgh Steelers have a chance to win every single time. And the reason being why we have a chance to win this year and have a chance to go to the playoffs and maybe a Super Bowl is because we have TJ Watt. He is an unbelievable player. Absolutely unbelievable player. Sometimes, two people can't even stop him. Sometimes they try and throw flags and they hold him and they get away with it. His best football is ahead of him. It's a very scary thought. Next, so another quote that I wanted to bring up too was from the interview. He says, TJ Watt says, there's so many areas where I feel like I can improve in the weight room, in the off season, and when I'm here. Finding the little details to continue to work on, I'm not satisfied. Now, I do agree with that, and I don't think he should be satisfied because TJ Watt and the Steelers have not won a playoff game in the last 5 years or last 4 games. So definitely should not be satisfied. But I think as a personal growth for the player, for TJ Watt, he knows what's going on. He knows much better than I do what is happening with his team, what is happening with himself, what is happening with his body, his work ethic. And I think he's ready to prove that and beyond. And I can see TJ Watt breaking that record within the first 10 games this year, right? This year. Now, he also goes on to say, he's obviously he doesn't care about the stats. He does not care because in his mind, the number one goal has always been to win the Super Bowl, right? TJ Watt does not care at all about the stats or being the defensive player of the year. Sure, it would help him. It would help him a little bit, give that little bit of an ego check and a little bit of, hey, I am the best. But overall, TJ Watt's goal is to win the Super Bowl. So that is fantastic to see. That is fantastic to see TJ Watt actually have this interview and be so confident and in charge and ready to go and excited for the season. Guys, let me know what you think down below. Are you keen to see TJ Watt play? Are you keen to see TJ Watt, sack the quarterback and break the record? Put down the comments right now what you think. Where will TJ Watt break the record? Let me know. I've got a feeling it may be after the bye. So we have the bye in week 9. I get a feeling it may be after the bye. So TJ Watt needs 9 sacks to break the record, right? As we check it once more time here, he's on 72. He needs 9 sacks to get 81 to break the record. Now, my feeling is that TJ Watt will probably do it after the bye, but he could do it sooner. As we go through the games from week 1, he versed Joey Burrow, or Joey Bungle, right? However you want to say it, in Cincinnati. He could go and get 1 sack there or 2 sacks there. Maybe he might get 1. Then versus New England at home, versus Mac Jones, right? Possibly that could be a defense outing. He could easily get 2 sacks to maybe 3, depending how he plays. But he could get 2, so that could be 3 sacks. Then we go to the Cleveland Browns. We don't know who the quarterback's going to be. We have no idea. But I would presume that TJ Watt gets 1. So say we were on 4 sacks already. New York Jets at home. New York Jets at home in week 4. Could be a myriad of sacks there too from TJ Watt. Also, he may get 1 or 2 versus, I think it's Zach Wilson out that way. Going to Buffalo could be quite hard, so maybe we say he gets none there. So we're sitting at 5 at New York Jets. Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to Heinz Field. Tom Brady is just far too slow. I think he gets to Brady at least once or twice. So let's put him on 7, right? Then we go to Miami. Tua runs around a little bit. He might be able to chase down Tua. So we get Tua once. That's 8. Philadelphia could be quite hard with playing there, but he may get 1. So we're sitting on 8 or 9. I think, in my opinion, is TJ Watt will break the record versus the New Orleans Saints after the bye. At home, who's that? There's Jameis Winston at home. I think he gets 1 sack there or 2 sacks there, breaks the record, and he's hitting 81, 82 sacks for the Pittsburgh Steelers franchise, passing Debo Harrison. Let me know, guys, in the comments. Well, this is the question today. Let me know in the comments below what you think. What game will TJ Watt break the record? Because he's going to break it. There's a 100% chance, or 99.99% chance he's going to break the record. Where do you think he breaks the record in 2022? My pick is New Orleans Saints at home, but I hope he breaks it earlier. I hope he breaks it in week 4, week 5, week 6. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he breaks it earlier. Thanks, guys, for checking out the video. If you made it this far in the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate and you have been watching for a long time, but you haven't hit that sub yet, go ahead and hit that sub. Do us a favor. We're trying to get to 900. Our next milestone, next goal is 900 subs. We appreciate all the effort that you guys are putting in commenting. But if you have been watching us for a long time and you've been very hesitant to hit that sub, just go ahead and hit it. Me and Owen would appreciate it 100% if you hit that sub. Hit that sub also if you believe that TJ Watt will break the record in 2022. He's coming for Debo's spot, man. He's coming for Debo's spot. Number 90, TJ Watt will break the record in 2022 as a Pittsburgh Steeler, all-time leading franchise sack record. Thanks, guys, for checking out the channel. I'll see you later.